would like to offer two words to help us focus on this feast of Corpus Christi. The two words are companion and sacrifice. Companion and sacrifice. Now, companion is with bread, pane, panis angelicus, the bread of the angels, right? Pane, bread. Companion is those who you eat bread with. All right? So, companion. The second word is sacrifice. Sacra is holy. Sacrifice is a gift to the Holy One. That's what a sacrifice is. So the two words, and those two words are connected to this piece of furniture here. It is called an altar, because there's a sacrifice that goes on there, and it's called a table, because there's where the bread is placed. So this is named by those two words because God wants us to be his companions. He wants to share bread with us. And sharing bread is a way of sharing life. Sharing life. And just think about your own relationships in your family, among friends, all of that. You know, sharing bread, sharing meals is a very important part of life and sharing life with one another. And that's why we should be careful, a little bit careful, that we just don't gobble down food and run out the back door. Because then we're not really sharing much of life, are we? The quality. Or if we're texting or whatever and distracted, we're not really sharing life. We don't know what's going on with the person next to us. So we miss out on their life, even though we might be sharing bread. So the companionship that Christ wants us to share, the bread of life that he wants to share with us, he wants us to be attentive, to really receive him. To receive him. You notice the prayer we say right before communion is the Our Father, and it says, "Give us this day our daily bread." The word in Greek is epiousios. And it's Greek to me, it's Greek to you. But what it means is epic, like epic, the most, the highest, and ousios is substance. So it's a super substantial bread. This is no ordinary cracker. It's not an ordinary piece of bread. It is epiousios, super abundance, the bread of life, the bread of heaven, the manna from heaven that was given daily, that sustained the life of the Israelites in the desert. You know, they were starving to death, and God gave them manna, which kept them alive. Now, the problem with it was that manna will never get you to heaven. This bread, you share life with Jesus, you're going to get to heaven. That's why he wants us to be his companions, to share this bread. Sacrifice. We also have the sacrifice. In our readings, they talked about the blood of bulls and goats, the sacrifice of animals to God, to bless the people, right? Well, how effective is that sacrifice? When you kill a bull or a goat or a sheep. How powerful is that? Well, don't underestimate that it has no power. It worked for them, but it had to be repeated, didn't it? Year after year after year, time after time. It won't save you. The blood of goats and bulls will not save you, but this blood will. This blood is the blood of the new and everlasting covenant. And we participate in this sacrifice. This sacrifice is eternal. It has eternal power for generations to come. You know, in 30 years from now, new babies are going to be born. Guess what? This sacrifice will save them. And 30,000 years from now, if it's all still going, it'll still save you. It is an eternal sacrifice. What Jesus did is the most powerful thing God has ever done, is to save us for life eternal. We participate in this sacrifice. We offer him sacrifice. We give ourselves to God through him, with him, and in him. We offer ourselves to God. What do we offer? I don't know how many of you remember the morning offering prayer. Y'all remember that? Offer, oh Jesus, through the Immaculate Heart of Mary, I offer you my prayers, works, joys, and sufferings of this day, in union with the holy sacrifice of the Mass throughout the world. Very powerful and Catholic prayer. So what are we offering God? What's the gift we're giving to God? Our prayers. So what are you praying for today? What is your prayer today?